they're just on hold, and I think that they all need to have hope in their hearts to continue what they're dreaming on and to somehow make their dreams still come true.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you. It's Igorot inspired. Yes. Thank you. Not very well indeed. I'll take that into consideration next time. I think I did pretty well. I just wish someone told me it wasn't a closed door interview. It was an outdoor interview. So cold. That was my only concern. But for the rest, I loved talking to them.
I'm okay naman po.
Gusto niya, pwede mag-Tagalog. Kung gusto mo mag-Tagalog, pwede hindi. Kung gusto mo, kung hindi mo naintindihan yung tanong, pwede kita. Repeat yung tanong kahit sa Tagalog.
How about Taglish po?
Okay.
Okay.
So, and you know the rule is 30 seconds per statement or answer.
Okay.
So, tell us something about yourself in 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'm really a creative person. I love to paint, I love to dance, and that's why my advocacy is related to arts, and my advocacy is about reliving the culture, history, and arts of the Philippines, and I love dancing talaga, so sorry, I can breathe, it's really tiring to come up here. And I really noticed that a lot of children nowadays are not aware of our folk dances, so that's why I chose this advocacy. And I'm a third-year college student taking up the course of dentistry. Okay.
Gusto mo ibaba mo na yung ano mo?
Okay.
Hindi ko bubuksan.
Can I breathe muna po? It's really tiring.
What is one beautiful word in your local, in Tagalog? Anong maganda yung salita sa Tagalog? And what does it mean?
It would have to be Bulaqueña. Kasi being Bulaqueña is very unique. As a modern woman, unique talaga kami, and I think this is one of our characteristics that made us kakaiba sa ibang lugar. And we are very religious, but at the same time we have strong values, and I think this is the word that best describes us.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
I think that would be because when I was a child, I used to play a lot and I trip a lot. So my mom would always tell me, Dayanela, you have to get back on your feet kasi walang tutulong sa'yo kundi ikaw lang. So I think this is the lesson that I still had with me till today, that no matter what hardships I face in life, I still stand up and rise up.
The next question is, what is that one major lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
I think one lesson that I learned during the pandemic is to always stay safe and healthy, because we all know that our health is very important, and ayaw naman natin na sumunod sa ating mga mahal na buhay na mayapa na. So we have to follow the protocols of the government and stay safe.
If you win the crown, how would you help your community?
If I win the crown, I would use this platform para i-promote ang aking province, Bulacan, and it would really help a lot, especially in our tourism, and I think it would be a great opportunity for us to showcase what we have in Bulacan, our products, the people, and the talents that we have.
Sa tingin mo, what color symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I think it would be the color I'm wearing right now. It's color white, it's classy and simple.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you want to promote Bulacan. No? So if there is one spot, man-made or natural, that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
There's so many places that I want to promote in Bulacan, and recently I had a photo shoot, and you're familiar with it, the Body of Water shoot, and it's in Doña Remedios, Trinidad, and hindi ko alam na may waterfalls pala kami, and it's really breathtaking there, and you can just feel the nature. Gusto ko talagang bumalik doon, and I hope you can experience it as well.
Let's go!
After this pandemic, let's go.
Just slide me a DM. So, yeah, that's one place that I'd like to see. On the work side naman, we've been, we've been hearing the word work from home, online business and all. So what do you think would be, what would the skills that we need to develop for what we call work from home, which is like the workplace of the future? So ano yung skills na kailangan natin to develop para doon?
I think if you're working from home, you really have to be determined. Kasi I think na sobrang hirap talaga ng panahon natin ngayon and we really need to be determined in our jobs and we just have to focus on our goals and aspirations in life para mag-continue po tayo.
May campaign na hashtag Love Local. So if you were to promote a local product, what would it be and why?
Oh, it would have to be my bag that I'm wearing in this brooch. If you can see my bag, it's made from buntal material which is famous in our place in Baliwag, Bulacan. And this one, as you can see, it's a Philippine flag with a South Sea pearl. Gawa po siya sa May Kawayan, Bulacan. And yun po yung place na kilala kung saan yung mga alahero ay sobrang sikat po.
Last question na. What is
Okay.
one thing that you think young people should focus on?
I think one thing young people should focus on is their education kasi ito yung pinaka-importante sa kanilang buhay. Dito po yung panggagalingan ng mga dreams nila, goals nila, and I think they need to focus on that because that is their key to their future.
Very good.
I love your pin.
You like it? I think I did great naman sa Q&A kanina, but on the first question, I was really catching my breath kasi ang layo na nilakad namin and I was like, can I breathe muna? And thankfully, it did great naman.
I always pray, especially when I just wake up, to have a good sense of humor. I got that from Saint Francis, Pope Francis rather, because I think it's important that before you step out of the door, that you have this positive aura, and that when you go out, you can share your wit, your comedy, and just good vibes. Morning workout. Ano, parang good for a morning jog.
So you know the drill. 30 seconds, you can speak Filipino or Filipino English if you want to. 30 seconds for statement or answer. First question is, or a statement, tell us something about yourself in 30 seconds.
Hi everyone, I'm Danika Madrid. I'm 28 years old. I'm passionate about music. I'm a singer-performer. I represented the Philippines in the World Championships of Performing Arts in Hollywood, California. And it's like Olympics for talent. And I'm also passionate about travel. I'm a former overseas Filipino worker as an international flight attendant based in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And that gave me the chance to travel and to support my family financially. And I met people from different walks of life.
Para naman hindi kami mag-board kung araw na magtatanong, kanta ka naman konti. Sa sample lang.
You are the universe, and there is nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do.
Here's your recording concert.
Oh, again, madam.
So, pero you're not from Cagayan daw, yung lolo mo na yung lolo mo? Relative.
My mother is from Gonzaga, Cagayan po.
May alam ka na local na lang, look words.
Yung alam ko pong Ilocano words, is yung every time pinapagalitan ako ng nanay ko, yung Ilocano.
So I need one beautiful word in your local language, and what does it mean?
Agyamanak apo. Salamat, Diyos. Beautiful.
Yung malak means salamat. Yeah, Mario. Alright. About your childhood naman, what is that learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
When I was a child, my parents brought me and my brother with them in a remote municipality in Visayas. So they went on a medical mission that went for a few years. I was still a toddler that time, and that's life-changing for me because at a very young age, I was able to experience that humble life. No electricity at night, chickens everywhere. It is a remote municipality, and so growing up, I aspire to be like my parents.
What is that most important lesson that you learned during this pandemic?
I've learned how to be grateful each day. Like today is a great day to be alive. So, and I've learned not to take things for granted. Like for example, my loved ones, I already miss them. So every kiss, every touch, every small conversations that we have with them, don't take it for granted. And also, for the society, I've learned that it doesn't discriminate. So why do that to your brothers and sisters? I've learned a lot.
If you win Miss Universe Philippines, how would you help your community?
I uphold music and arts therapy. I believe in the power of our skills and talents because I know that we have to give importance to our mental health because it's just as important as physical health. And so for the youth, whenever they use their talents to empower themselves, they will channel their energy into that straight path and they will be away from the bad influences of life. So I think that we must empower the youth with their talents.
What do you think, what color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
Color? The color red. Because I think red is the universal color for love. And if you're a phenomenal woman, you should be filled with love. Love not just for yourself, for God, for family, for everyone. Because the universe is so vast. And I think that Miss Universe Philippines must have a spacious space of her heart to give to everyone.
Speaking of space, we've been hearing the word work from home. Ito na yung narinig natin recently. So what skills do you think we need for this, for the so-called work from home, which is the workplace of the future?
I always see my father working from home because he's one of the vulnerable groups. So he must stay at home. And I saw that since he is so used to working with other people, I saw how he adjusted very well. So I think we must do the same. Whatever work we have, we must be very adapted to our environment. We must not be choosy. We must be thankful that we are alive and with our families. So I think that any skills would also be enhanced when you're in a quarantine working from home. Such as cooking, gardening, plantita.
Can you name one spot, whether man-made or natural, in your province that you would like to promote to the world?
You guys should go to Calao Cave. So it's composed of 7 chambers. So you can just imagine. And then I went to this main cave. It has a natural dent. So you don't need any electricity because the sunlight will go directly there. And then there's an altar, there's a grotto. And you can even have weddings there. So it's very natural, energy-saving location. And I hope that it will be very famous soon all over the world.
There's a campaign called #LoveLocal. So what local product would you want to promote and why?
There's this local product from my childhood, and up to now, it's still my favorite, the Carabao sweet candy. I think it should be distributed to the whole world because it's actually the asset of Cagayan province because we produce not just agricultural products, we also have the livestock products, and one of those, of course, is from the Carabao. So I know you guys have already tried that, but I think the whole world must try that too.
I have Carabao. last question is, what one thing do you think should young people focus on? Young people like you.
Young people like me, I think since we have pandemic and since most people are now at home and they are really relying on internet and everything, I think we must not cancel especially education. We must not cancel our work, education, and all our priorities even before the pandemic, because even though that we have this pandemic all around us, life is not canceled and we must go on because there's always hope. Again, anak. I feel so happy. I feel so happy. I didn't expect those questions coming, but I'm just so thrilled and excited for the next rounds.
Do you think it is enough to get you to the top 50?
I pray that it will be enough, so yes, amen.
FA look. My specialty. Oh, can I move this? Yeah, okay. Hi.
30 seconds for question from us. The first one would be, can you tell us more about yourself?
Okay, so maray na aga sa Indogabos. I'm Crisaline Moreno. You can call me Kia. I'm 25 years old and I'm representing my beautiful province of Camarines Sur. I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Santo Tomas. I took up travel management because it has been a childhood dream of mine to become a flight attendant. So now, sorry, the stairs, really, it's hard. So yeah, now I'm working as a flight attendant for Cebu Pacific.
What is one beautiful word in your local language? And what does it mean?
One beautiful bird. It's magayon. Actually, it literally means beautiful. And for me, magayon does not mean being beautiful physically, but also inside. When you say someone is magayon, she or he is beautiful inside and outside. So of course you are. We are all magayon. Oragon. It's Oragon in Bicol. Another word, very beautiful word. It means strong and palaban. Oragon.
Next question. What is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
One learning experience, I really value education. I am an overachiever ever since I was a little kid. So I really try to do my best in terms of my studies. That's why I was able to graduate with Latin honors, because I value the gift of education given to me by my parents, because I believe that this will pave the way for me to get more opportunities in life, to reach my dreams. So this, through education, I was able to learn a lot of things, and yeah.
So what about in this pandemic? What is the most important lesson that you learned?
The most important lesson that I've learned in this pandemic is the value of helping one another and compassion and solidarity. I am very proud that Filipinos are able to show the spirit, the true spirit of bayanihan through helping one another, even if we are struggling in our own ways, and we are helping one another in our little ways. And I believe that there is hope in unity and solidarity.
With Universe Philippines, how will you help your community?
I can be able to be of help to my community in a lot of ways. First of all, I will be a spokesperson to the causes that the organization is pushing for, and to my cause, which is pushing for responsible tourism. It is mainly educating people on how they can become responsible travelers as well as locals. I believe it's very timely and relevant that we instill in us the values of responsibility, discipline, and respect, because it is how we will progress as a nation.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenon woman?
A color that symbolizes the phenomenal woman is, for me, it's color white. White for me is very simple. You know, you don't have to be phenomenal. You don't have to be extravagant. You just have to be simple and pure and clean as the color white.
A lot of people are doing work from home now.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the skills needed for what you call the workplace of the future?
Yeah, for me, it's very important that you know technical skills. Of course, you have to be acquainted with how you use the computer. It's hard to work from home if you're not used to using the computer. And of course, you have to know how to talk to people, to communicate, because most of the time now we are using Zoom, and you have to be able to know how to talk, to converse with people, and to communicate with them, to be effective.
If there's one spot man-made or natural in Camarines Sur that you would like to promote to the world, what would it be?
Of course, definitely. I would like to promote Caramoan Islands. It's one of the beautiful islands that I've been to in the Philippines. You know, I've been to a lot of places here in the Philippines, and Caramoan Islands is really magnificent. It's a group of islands where we have white sand beaches, we have cliffs where you can climb, we have a lot of tourist destinations where you can island hop or extreme adventure. So I would really like to promote Caramoan. It's also very famous in Camarines Sur.
There's a campaign to hashtag love local.
Yeah.
What local product would you like to promote and why?
Local product in Camarines Sur that I would want to promote is the pili nut. We are very famous for that. We have been the province that is abundantly producing pili nuts, and for me, it's very timely that we promote that, because you know, to harvest the pili nut, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time to produce just the pili nut itself, and it's also very healthy and it's delicious as well. I hope you have tried it.
Your last question is, what do you think young people should focus on?
I think young people should focus on their dreams. They should know what their purpose, their passion in life is, because that will drive them to what they want to achieve in life. And they should focus on making themselves better and turning their weaknesses into their advantages. So I think that the youth should focus on themselves and to become responsible citizens in our community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor and pleasure to be in front of you. Thank you. Just mabalas po.
Who would you say was your inspiration for your performance today?
Of course, it would be my supporters, especially my family. Because if it weren't for them, I will not have this strength and this clear mind. Because they are really my inspiration. I want to succeed because of them. Because this success is not just for me, but it will also be for them.
The first batch of candidates has finally cracked the first round of Q&A preliminaries. More than just enduring through the first round of nerve-wracking interviews with grace and conviction, we also got to know the candidates at a more personal level and what their view is on important issues. This has been Miss Universe Philippines, and this is the Game Changer.